I don't have any major physical impairments. I'm not particularly a big muscle man, but this is fairly challenging for me to do. Now, how does the human body balance or stabilize? Okay, there's 3 different mechanisms that we use. Okay, this is a little bit of science class, but hey, what the heck? We'll do just for about 30 seconds. Number 1, vision. We use our eyes to balance. So I look ahead and I kind of can tell, okay, well, if the ground's down there and the sky and the horizon's like that, that's how I know whether I'm balanced or not. Number 2, I've got something in my ears. The canals, the semicircular canals and whatnot in our ears help us to balance. The vestibular system. The third thing is each joint in our body has little nerve endings and nerve receptors that send messages to our brain that tell it, okay, is my leg bent or is it straight? I don't even have, with my eyes closed, I can tell you, hey, my knee's bent or whatever. Those receptors. So the combination of vision, ears, and receptors.
Okay, Ryan, let's go over that balance again.
All right, well, one of the important things you want to make sure you're doing while you're skiing is that you have your skis a little bit further apart than the older style, because you have a lot more balance that way. I mean, if your skis are like this, you're more likely to fall over, but if you have them split, you have that stability. And then there's also the balance of forwards and backwards, and if you're not balancing and keeping yourself forward and, you know, that like athletic stance, you're not going to be able to turn and you're going to be more fatigued a lot more easily.
He's got the stance, hasn't he? He's got the surfing stance.
Balancing then is if a kid is pretty good, you'll notice the first thing when they get unstable, the first thing a kid will try to do is having a difficult time. They'll look down because they want to look at the ground and know where they are. So the first thing you can do to confuse somebody and make them work harder on balance is have them look up, look straight ahead, look away from what they're doing. Okay?
Alright, Lee, what you're going to want to do here with these parabolics is have a little bit more of an open stance, and you're going to do that by keeping your skis a little further apart. Then you're also going to want to make sure you're keeping more forward pressure than you used to with your straighter skis.
How many times you got a tennis ball on the court? Almost always. Start throwing them a couple balls, making them catch, distract them so they have to track a moving object while they're doing a little mini squat or while they're trying to stand. The old saying of you've got to walk before you can run applies perfectly to this balance training. If you have a kid who's having difficulty simply standing, don't start the squat movements. If you have a kid who can just squat, then have them try to squat while they're maybe hitting a ball or they're just bumping the ball back and forth to them. Something that's tennis specific. You can even stand at the net and have them work on little touch volleys. Little drills you do maybe to get that ball that hits the net and comes over and you got to have a little bit of touch. Work on those types of drills while the player's on one leg.